All right, let's talk about productivity, but probably not in the way you're used to hearing about it. We're not talking about just doing more. We're talking about a real, fundamental shift in how you work. A shift that could be the difference between just being busy and actually seeing huge gains in your business.
You know this feeling, right? The day is over, you are absolutely drained, mentally just gone. But you look at your to-do list and it seems like you've barely made a dent. It is one of the most frustrating feelings imaginable in the modern workplace.
And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. We are constantly telling ourselves, I just don't have enough time. But the real problem, it's not a lack of time. It's that the time we do have isn't being used effectively. It's not about the number of hours on the clock. It's about where we're actually pointing our energy and our focus.
And this whole situation has a name. It's the modern productivity trap. It's that constant, draining battle between feeling busy and actually being effective. It's like running on a hamster wheel. You're moving, but you're not going anywhere.
So, how do we get off the hamster wheel? How do we escape this trap? Well, it all starts with a mindset shift. It's about moving away from just hard work and embracing smart work.
Let's be super clear about what these two things mean, because they are worlds apart. Working harder, that's the siren song of our culture, right? More hours, nonstop hustle, and it almost always leads to the exact same place, burnout. But working smarter? Oh, that's completely different. That's about being precise. It's about finding those few high-impact tasks and pouring all your focused energy into them to get real, tangible results. Okay, enough of the theory. Let's get into the toolkit. We're going to get super practical with 5 specific shifts that can create those big gains we've been talking about.
So here's our roadmap. It's pretty simple. Prioritize, eliminate, break it down, use tech wisely, and finally, rest and recharge. Let's dive into that first one. First up, prioritization. This means you have to be constantly, almost ruthlessly, asking yourself one question about every single thing on your plate. Does this task actually move the business forward? Seriously. And if the answer isn't a loud, clear, enthusiastic yes, then it does not deserve your best energy, period. Second, you have gotta eliminate distractions. Every little ping, every buzz, every notification, think of it as a thief. It's literally stealing your focus. Turning them off isn't being antisocial, it's self-preservation for your mind. And you gotta set clear boundaries too, like maybe you decide no email before 10 a.m. It's about taking back control of your attention. Third tip, break it down. You know when you have a massive project on your list? Just looking at it is exhausting, and it's basically an open invitation for procrastination. So you have to chop that monster up into small, manageable little steps. Each tiny thing you check off builds momentum, and that's how you move forward without the burnout.
Number 4 is all about technology. But here's the thing, a tool is absolutely useless if you don't build the habit of using it. The power isn't in the fancy app itself, it's in the consistent use. That's the moment when automation and scheduling tools stop being just cool novelties and they start becoming massive, game-changing time savers. And our final, and maybe the most counterintuitive shift of all, recharge. The whole nonstop hustle culture is a lie. It's a myth. It leads directly to burnout and honestly, worse results. Proper rest isn't lazy. It's the fuel for clear, sharp, strategic thinking. It's a non-negotiable part of the process. So you make these shifts, you're focused, you're rested, you're working smart. What's the actual tangible result? Well, it all comes down to what we call the payoff, the 14-second advantage. Just 14. What in the world could that possibly mean? Is it 14 hours? 14 days? What is this about? No, it's not about 14 hours or 14 days. It's about the incredible power of a tiny 14-second improvement. Think about it. A new keyboard shortcut, a faster way to file an email. It feels like nothing, totally insignificant, but one good idea, applied consistently day after day, it compounds. And that is how you can completely transform the way your business operates. So this brings us to the most important part. You've got the toolkit now. You've got the ideas. The only real question left is, what's your first move? I really want you to think about it. Go back over those 5 shifts in your mind. Which one of them really stood out to you right now? What is the one small thing you can change starting today, right now? Look, you don't need to go and overhaul your entire workflow overnight. That's not the point at all. The point is to just find one small improvement. So what's your 14-second shift going to be? Because that tiny little change, that's where everything begins.